Hi everybody, it's Stephanie here from the Curiosity Approach, and I am looking after my little granddaughter Teddy today. So I thought I'd come to you with this short video. As you can see, we're at home and I'm on babysitting duties. So we've been doing some short video clips telling you all about the Curiosity Approach, and I'm just going to pick it up here, and our A to Z of the Curiosity Approach, the book we wrote in 2017. And we're on the letter S for senses. And as you know, our curious babies here, just like Teddy, learn through their senses. Everything goes in their mouth. They are curious. That drive for curiosity is innate with them. So we must ensure that our environments stimulate the senses. Sadly, traditional nurseries are jam-packed with plastic toys. Plastic all feels the same, smells the same. When you have plastic toys, there's no consequence to it. And our babies just love mouthing everything. They learn and are curious by handling things in their mouths. And so at Curiosity Approach settings, we ensure that our environments are filled with an array of stimulants for all their senses. It's about not just how it looks, and that's beauty is an innate need for us as humans, adults and children, but how it feels. How does the environment feels that vibe within your setting? What does your environment, here she goes, what does the environment smell like? Sadly, many traditional nursery settings, early educational settings, if we don't keep on top of it, have that stale nappy smell. You know, how often do you change your nappy bins? What happens when you open the door? What does it feel like, smell like, look like? What energy are you producing within your setting? What vibe within your setting? How are your educators turning up every day? So our babies, going back to our little babies, just like Teddy here, within our early years settings, within our baby room, we use loose parts, open-ended resource materials, real life materials instead of plastic manufactured toys. Sadly, those toys that are designed for our babies with the bright flashing lights, the colours, the primary colours, the buttons and the electronic noises, yes, they may be advertised as for development needs to educate our children and help them with their development. However, isn't it the more a toy does, the less opportunity a child has to think? So our children having the ability to be curious, you've got my thumb, having the ability to be, oh, she's after that one, don't want that on my mouth. Having the ability to be curious. But when we have electronic toys like that, how much of it is just for entertainment value, and how much do the children have the opportunity to learn and develop? Whereas items like these, the bangles, all the different bangles, they all feel different, they all look different, they have a different weight, and our babies, just like Teddy here, can handle them and explore them. Obviously, like any other early educational setting, you need to risk assessment them. You need to make sure that they're kept clean and hygienic. But the difference in the weight of these bangles, that they can explore them instead of a plastic toy. So the Curiosity Approach, as I keep saying, is about the senses. Oh, Teddy's teething today, so she's being quite dribbly, but she's really enthusiastic and she loves these bangles. Make sure you need to risk assess and make sure that they're safe to handle and safe to put in their mouths. Things like you need to be checking lead content if you're using authentic materials and loose parts, and gaining things from your home or your settings. Check that they're safe for our little ones like Teddy here. But our homes are filled with a wealth of real resources that we can rescue, salvage, and stop them going into landfill. Stop the supply and demand of plastic toys that are becoming so that our children don't have to do anything with them. Our children are becoming passive. It's passive learning. They're not engaged. And as Steiner says, it needs to be through head, heart and hands. It's got to be the whole child. So through the curiosity approach, developing through the senses. How does it feel when a child walks into your setting? How does it look? How does it smell? And what stimulation are they getting? What learning opportunities other than plastic toys? We bombard our children with plastic toys. One of the things Steiner also talks about is plastic is man-made. Plastic is derived and a waste product from, it's not a natural resource, is it, plastic? It was created, and don't get me wrong, there's been great progress in our modern day living with plastic, the advances in medicines, the advances in technology. We wouldn't have done so much in human history without the plastic. However, we can't let it overtake everything. We can't let it, can we? We can't let it overtake the children's connection with nature, the children's connection with real things, living things, things that grow and develop, things, that haven't been mass produced and come off a factory line. The world is struggling at the moment, and we're seeing the effects on our planet with plastic pollution and all those sorts of things. So isn't it better that we rescue items that people no longer want, that we don't fuel the fire of continued factories, burning and polluting the planet? Isn't it better that we salvage things that nobody wants anymore? Isn't it better we get the children out into the natural world and that reconnection to nature? Teddy loves our rescued and our salvaged bangles. Ask your parents, ask your carers, ask people, are you throwing out some stuff? Don't throw it in the bin. Give it to us. We can make use of it. As you can see, our Teddy here absolutely, she's having a bit of I think she's getting tired. She's exploring loose parts, open-ended resources. How are you doing? And just that stimulation of her senses and becoming a curious little learner, a thinker and doer of the future. What a great opportunity, instead of just being entertained by plastic. I think she's had enough now. Are we going to go? Yeah, I think we're going to go now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.